According to a recent Washington Post investigation, the rise in US sanctions has sparked a booming lobbying industry in Washington. Oligarchs, corporations, and corrupt governments are pouring millions into hiring former officials, including ex-Congress members and Treasury experts, to influence sanctions policies. Lobbying related to sanctions has soared from $6 million in 2014 to $31 million in 2022. Domestic corporations spent more than $353 million lobbying in 2022, up from $97 million in 1998. Sanctions compliance barely existed 20 years ago, and now it generates more than $30 billion annually, growing at a 10% rate yearly. At least 190 former US officials currently work for lobbying companies specializing in sanctions. For example, lobbyist Alan Dershowitz, one of Trump's lawyers at the impeachment case and longtime Israel apologist, helped produce sanctions on Israeli businessman Israel Zif, who was sanctioned by the Treasury and accused of enabling $150 million in armament sales to the South Sudanese government. Retired Congressman Tom Daschle's firm received $200,000 from Venezuela's opposition leaders to prevent the sale of state-owned oil assets. American company Alcoa, the world's 8th largest producer of aluminum, pushed the White House to sanction Russian aluminum companies after the war in Ukraine, spending over $1 million on lobbying. According to the Washington Post's analysis of Justice Department records, in the past 6 years, US firms have spent more than $1 billion on contracts targeting Chinese competitors under the guise of sanctions, often combined with other lobbying goals. In short, US sanctions lobbying is a growing sector, with countries like Azerbaijan, Zimbabwe, and the UAE spending millions to avoid penalties. One of the US's claims is that it sanctions countries to fight corruption. But this only further proves how the US government is in reality a front for corruption.